Well, hello YouTube and Twitch watchers all around the world. My name is SnappyD93, but all my friends just call me Snappy, so feel free to call me that too. Now, let's get down to business. Today, I'm coming at you with an Eternal War Valkyr build. And it's not exactly a build, it's kind of more a setup, because it's not just Valkyr as of her sword and her sentinel. Now, a lot of people might argue the point with me that Kubras are better than Sentinels, and I do agree Kubras in some aspects are better than Sentinels, but there are a couple things that only Sentinels can do. And I'm going to be showing you what I mean. Now, let's just go ahead and shimmy down here. I'm going to show you, okay, it's a Valkyr. 211 power strength, 46 range, 54 efficiency, and 236 duration, 1200 armor. You don't need a flow or a primed flow on this build. It's actually under my recommendation not to do that. Now, as for the sword, I personally, I need a Sendo Prime, but at the moment I'm going with a Galatine. And with the mods I have on my Galatine, I have Jagged Edge, Fury, Life Strike, which is very, very important to this build, Rendering Strike, Spoiled Strike, Primed Reach, Buzzkill, and Pressure Point. And we're going to throw that on the stance Cleaving Whirlwind, because that spin attack absolutely devastates the infested. Like, just a couple spins around and everything in the area is dead, you know. Now, as for Valkyr, you're going to want negative efficiency and negative power range. I know that sounds absolutely bogus, but you know what? You only need one cast a game, one Warcry a game, and if you play right, you can make that Warcry last almost an hour, like, I swear. Okay, and here we go. We got Steel Charge. Obviously, we want to pump up some more damage on that melee since it's a melee build, you know. Prime Continuity. You want duration. With the right kind of duration build, specifically the one I have, every kill, instead of adding 2 seconds, adds 4 seconds to Eternal War. Okay? We have Vitality. I need to get that maxed out, but pretty much a max Vitality would cover the set. It's an R8 Narrow-Minded. You don't want to max this out too much because you already have negative power range, and it's hard enough to catch your teammates in the Warcry. Most of the time, you got a waypoint and cast it for them. But you know, once they get it, it's gold. You know, you don't gotta come back and get it again because it usually lasts more than a whole game. But anyway, you want Rage because once you do start taking damage and you start actually realizing that you need to channel with Life Strike, and you use your energy, the health you're losing converts back into energy. It kind of creates like an endless loop of a sort. We got Steel Fiber, you know, pump up the armor rating, and under Eternal War, or Warcry, my bad, it actually increases her armor rating around, I think, 2,300 or something like that. So, freaking ridiculous. Absolutely bogus. You got Intensify for power strength. I didn't want to put a Transient Fortitude on because it would get rid of some of the duration on that build. We need the duration. Eternal War, obvious, you know, that's what the build's about. And we got Blind Rage, you know. 81 power strength, 45 efficiency. It's an R8 Blind Rage. A lot of my friends told me I shouldn't go like that much power efficiency negative, but I haven't really noticed it as a problem with Valkyr. But then again, I can always just get a new one if I need to. Anyway, we're going to move on to my Sentinel. I like the Daijin. Like, a lot of people think he's derpy, you know, he doesn't have a lot of uses, Fatal Attraction sucks. On the contrary, let me just enlighten you guys. You see, all these other mods I'm still just working on. You know, Animal Instinct is nice to have, you know, Regen, Thumper, but really the two mods that make this set what it is Fatal Attraction and Coolant Leak. Now, Coolant Leak and Fatal Attraction work hand in hand practically. And you throw Eternal War in there, the enemies are running at you, and you're just pretty much meat blender status. So bye bye, you know. And Coolant Link, as soon as they get within a certain range, it slows them down, and you have increase of melee speed. So that's just terror for them, just absolute terror. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how this build works. I'm just gonna jump into a solo Mars run. I'm gonna show you how hard this Valkyrie here can go.
The enemy is at our doorstep. We must defend our equipment.
Now, since this is a melee build, I don't necessarily need my guns, but I forgot to unequip them. And it would have been a pain just to unequip them for something like this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop one energy pad. You know, most of the time you find enough energy within the first wave to cast, but just because I'm trying to speed along the process, I'm gonna go ahead and just drop an energy pad and show you guys what's up. Now, this is important. If you're doing defense, stand by the pod when you cast, because that armor buff stays on the pod the whole game with you. And believe me or don't believe me, but it keeps it alive. Like, without a shield, it can take so much damage. Now, let's go ahead and just start the fun.
Multiple targets ahead. Leave no one standing.
Now, as you can see, like, this melee speed is skyrocketed. And with the Galatine, it's just a deadly combo. Like, there's not much else to say. This is an absolute infested slaughterhouse build. You got crazy DPS, and like, also another thing I'd like to add on top of this, the Stalker barely stands a chance against this build. If he pops up and he's not doing absorb, I can take him down. I can take him down within seconds because of how fast the DPS is. And if you can see the little clock down there in the corner, it is a 70-second Eternal War Cry. It's already in the title, but just going ahead and saying it, you know, prove it to you guys. It's at 62 right now, but when I rack up enough kills, it hits 70 seconds. And there we go.
Reinforcements available. Which you choose to very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back.
Now,
Fine.
honestly, I can and have gone 40 solo waves on this map with Valkyr, but I didn't want the video to be that long. I just wanted it short and sweet and to the point. I'm gonna go ahead and go over this like build, not really explaining, but showing it to you one more time, just in case. Got the Eternal War build, 236 duration, 54 efficiency, 46 power range, and 211 power strength with 1,200 armor and 700 health. We have the Galatine with 1,406 slash with a 2x critical multiplier. It's an attack speed of 1.1, and channeling cost is a little iffy, but you only have to toggle it once. One enemy killed usually completely restores your health. Daijin, of course, you know, coolant leak and fatal attraction. Right there. You know, you obviously want to beef them up, like that's why I put all the other like vitality and stuff on there. Animal instinct is nice to know where the enemies are, but it's not like a certain you need. Anyway guys, like, subscribe, and follow, you know, share with your friends. If you want to see any more of my builds, usually what I do is I take a game and I play it until I make like the most OP build I can, and I just keep playing it from then forth. But if you guys want to see more of my OP builds, you know, follow and watch the destruction buttons right down below. Thanks for watching, guys.